A very good evening to you. You are watching Prime TV News. Let's take a look at today's headlines first. CID grills Shania Sekara for 6 hours. An insurance scheme planned for regional journalists. Rishad Badiuddin's brother is remanded over a land fraud. Government will buy paddy at the guaranteed price of 50 rupees a kilo in the Maha season. And in headlines overseas, a Canadian air tanker crashes while fighting Australia bushfires. 3 are dead. And now we move on to the news in detail. The Attorney General has instructed the Director of the Colombo Crimes Division to obtain a warrant and arrest interdicted High Court Judge Kihan Pilapitiya and to produce him before court. The AG's coordinating officer Nishara Jayaratna mentioned that the Attorney General directed the CCD to obtain a warrant and arrest the interdicted High Court Judge for conspiring to fabricate false evidence along with MP Ranjan Ramanayaka. Meanwhile, the Attorney General Dappula Dilevera has also instructed the Director of the CCD to obtain technical evidence from the telecommunications service providers in the country regarding MP Ramanayaka's phone conversations with the 3 judges. Shania Sekara, a former director of the Criminal Investigations Department, was grilled by the CID for around 6 hours. He had arrived at the CID to give a statement with respect to holding telephone discussions with local employees, including Gania Bannister at the Swiss Embassy. Gania Bannister Francis, a local employee of the Swiss Embassy, has been accused of lying to embarrass the government, claiming that she had been abducted in a white vehicle. The Criminal Investigations Department, which investigated the incident, said in court recently that Shania Sekara, the then director of the CID, had telephoned the suspect Gania Bannister and held telephone conversations. It was also revealed in court that she had made phone calls with the police inspector of the CID, Nishanta Silva, who had suddenly fled to Switzerland with his family without informing anyone. Considering the facts, Colombo Chief Magistrate Lanka Jayaratna ordered Shania Sekara to visit the Criminal Investigations Department today and give a statement. Accordingly, he arrived at the CID this morning. Prime Minister Mahinda Rajapaksa says that steps will be taken to introduce an insurance scheme for regional journalists. This insurance scheme will be implemented for professional journalists throughout the country. The Prime Minister said that he will discuss this with the heads of media institutions and prepare a program. He made these comments when he met members of the Sri Lanka Journalists Association in Matale. Journalists also briefed the Prime Minister about the lack of proper regulation in making payments to local journalists. The Prime Minister said that he would take an active part in the problems of journalists. Coordinating Secretary to the Prime Minister in Parliament Kumarasiri Hettige and President of the Matale District Sri Lanka Working Journalists Association Kemunu Dharmashri Herath also participated in this meeting. Minister Bandulu Gunawardena has mentioned that the government has taken steps to ensure a minimum guaranteed price of 50 rupees per kilo of paddy for the Maha season. He made this reference at a news conference held at the Information Department to apprise the journalists of the Cabinet decisions. The district secretaries and the Paddy Marketing Board will be handling the government's paddy purchasing program. Minister Bandulu Gunawardena mentioned that the Cabinet approved to purchase paddy at minimum certified price of 50 rupees per kilogram of paddy with recommended moisture levels during the Maha season. It has also been decided to purchase a kilogram of paddy which is above the recommended moisture level at 45 rupees. He pointed out that the moves are part of the government accelerated program to purchase paddy during the Maha season. He said that the government will mediate to assure the price of rice. It is estimated that by the Sinhala and Tamil New Year, the price would drop to about 90 rupees. The government has deviated from the process of importing rice. They were able to save around $100 million in the past. The opposition, through the media, continuously insisted that rice be imported to the country. The Cabinet of Ministers has decided to delegate the role and responsibilities of the Sri Lanka Investors Commission to the newly drafted National Science, Technology and Innovation Authority. The minister also stated that a program is being implemented to attract Sri Lankan students from abroad and non-resident students for higher studies to make Sri Lanka an international knowledge hub. UNP MP Palitha Rangebandara has pointed out that the UNP will not support the abolition of the 19th Amendment. He made this statement participating in a media briefing held at the Sirikotha party head office. Palitha Rangebandara said that Ranil Wickremesinghe took all the necessary initiatives and brought forward the 19th Amendment to the Constitution with only 42 members of Parliament to strengthen democracy. As the United National Party, they wish to clearly mention that they will not extend any support to abolish the 19th Amendment. Meanwhile, Minister of State Keheliya Rambukwalla and MP Uday Gammampila stated that Ranjan Ramanayaka's voice reveals how good governance had influenced the judiciary, which was said to be independent due to the 19th Amendment. State Minister Keheliya Rambukwalla said that bringing forward the 19th Amendment, they said it was a solution for the prevention of all diseases. They said that the commission was appointed and the judiciary was rectified and that no one can talk to the judiciary as in the past. Using the 19th Amendment, they have embarrassed the judiciary. MP Uday Gammampila said that the 19th Amendment destabilized the country. As such, the people of the country should take the lead to destroy it without protecting it. The present situation has surfaced in the country due to the constitution that was brought forward by the UNP in 1978. The government has not taken any decisions to increase fuel prices. This was stated by Minister Mahinda Amaravira at a media conference held at the Sri Lanka Freedom Party head office. Minister Mahinda Amaravira mentioned that the government has not decided to effect any changes to the fuel prices. He said that this decision has been taken despite the government's recent announcement that fuel prices will have to be increased due to the prevailing situation in the Gulf. Further addressing the news briefing, the minister emphasized that the Sri Lanka Freedom Party will be extending its full support to the president's program, Sans Any Condition. Still on local news, Japan has signed an agreement to assist the humanitarian operation in the northern province. The government of Japan has agreed to provide grant assistance of 111 million rupees to the demining program. The relevant agreement was signed at the Japanese embassy. The agreement was signed by the ambassador of Japan to Sri Lanka, Sugiyama Akira, and Dash manager Ananda Chandrasiri. The program will be implemented in the next few years to make Sri Lanka a landmine-free country. 43 women who had gone to Kuwait for jobs returned to the country this morning after being subject to various forms of harassment. They have been staying at the Kuwait embassy in Sri Lanka for nearly a year as they have been subject to various harassments while they had not been paid their due salaries. The Sri Lanka Bureau of Foreign Employment intervened to bring back the group of people who had been unable to return to Sri Lanka. Accordingly, these 42 workers returned to the island today. The Foreign Employment Bureau took initiatives to provide them with their expenses, including the bus fares to return to their homes. A committee has been appointed to investigate complaints from the public regarding the activities of the Sri Lanka Transport Board. Complaints have already been received regarding issues in the Ceylon Transport Board and the depots. The committee has been appointed by Minister Mahinda Amaravira to look into the matter. The minister has asked for a report within 2 weeks after investigating the issues. The chairman of the committee is Tilakaratna Banda, Additional Secretary of the Ministry of Transport. Professor Sunil Aryaratna has said that the neglect of the Ranminithanna telecinema village in the last 4 years has been a great loss to the art industry. He made this comment at a function held at the Ranminithanna Tele-Cinema Village. Shooting of the latest Sinhala film based on a story of the great poet Kalidasa to mark the 73rd commemoration of the Sinhala cinema commenced under the patronage of Sunil Ariyaratne. The lighting of lamps marking the 73rd commemoration of the Sinhala cinema took place before the commencement of the shooting. Thereafter, expressing views at the function, Sunil Ariyaratne said that action should be taken to rebuild Ranminithanna, which had contributed to several creations. The 46th Miss Global competition is scheduled to be held in Sri Lanka next month. A conference to brief the media on the event was held at the Cinnamon Grand Hotel. About 90 contestants from 60 countries in the world will be participating in this competition. The competition was launched in the year 1974 from Los Angeles in the United States. The conduct of this competition in Sri Lanka will be an impetus for the Sri Lankan economy as well as for the tourism industry. The competition will begin from the Shangri-La Hotel in Colombo on the 15th of next month. The grand finale is slated to be held at the Nelumpakuna Theatre in Colombo on the 25th of next month. In between this period, the competitors who will be arriving in the island from various parts of the globe are due to undertake visits to several parts of the island, including Colombo, Tambulla, Kandy and Hambantota. The news conference was attended by the National Director of the Organizing Committee, Tatiana Rajapaksa, Alicia Shanks of the United States, who won the Miss Global 2018 crown, Vice Chairman of the Miss Global Organizing Committee, Umesh Ponnambalam, veteran dancer Roseanne Diaz, and international dancing artist Kobe Goslin.
I just want to make sure that World Final competition is about promoting Sri Lanka and about making sure that people know that this is a place to be, because it comes down to that's one of the major goals. So I went back home and I told everyone, oh, you have to come back. You have to come back with me. You have to visit Sri Lanka. I'm going to do this show. And just imagine that voice multiplied by 60 to 90 women, plus their families and the people that come here, and then on social media, and that spread everywhere. And I think that's going to be a really great thing for Sri Lanka.
The government has taken steps to recreate the beautiful Kalido coast. 900 million rupees has been allocated for this purpose. The shore of the Kalido beach is a beautiful sand dune created by the waves of the ocean and the sand that flows through the Black Sea during the flood. All local and foreign tourists who come to Kalutara visit this beach. The coast of Kalido belongs to 20 acres of land, about 1.5 kilometers long and 250 meters wide. However, the beach was destroyed due to severe erosion as a result of the efforts to protect it. Considering the impact on the tourism and fisheries industry, the government decided to rebuild the coast. And now we head into the business segment. Sri Lanka's first floating solar plant with technology backing from Norway will open in the northern Kilinochchi district this week. The pilot plant is a result of a collaboration that started in 2017 between the University of Jaffna and the Western Norway University of Applied Sciences, supported by the Royal Norwegian Embassy in Colombo. Norway's current Solar AS, a solar energy firm, has helped develop the plant's support from Equinor, a Norway-based energy group, and Innovation Norway, a state agency that promotes innovation and development of the industry. The 42-kilowatt pilot plant will be launched tomorrow at the Faculty of Engineering Kilinochchi campus, University of Jaffna. And that's all the news we have for you tonight. For more information, you can log on to www.itnews.lk. I'm Umayangi Vijaya Surya signing off for Prime TV News. Have a pleasant evening.